Well, hello folks, welcome to episode 1 of our new club, but we don't quite know where we are yet because I'm actually recording this before we have left HJK. What I wanted to do was to just go through how we finished off the season, how we got on in the couple of Champions League games that we played. So as you can see, last time we were together, we drew 1-1 against KUPS, which won us the league. And I did kind of want to just finish it off just to see if we could go unbeaten. And as you can see, we did. Last 4 games against the 4 good sides in the Finnish top league. We beat FCN 3-0. This was the most convincing victory. Hatami got 2 and Manson got 1. I mean, having him back in the team is a massive boost. He actually scores some goals. Lahti, we beat them 1-0 away. This was a good result. It was a fairly tight game, difficult game, but Tishbamba got himself a goal. Mariehamn beat them 1-0. Victor with a penalty. And then we just draw 0-0 with TPS. It was not a lot of chances in the game, but they certainly didn't have really any highlights. We had 2 or 3 highlights and a disallowed goal. So, we were certainly on top of that. And I was pretty pleased with how things finished there. So we went through the league unbeaten. I didn't screw that up, which is nice. In the Champions League, we took a cracking 4-3 win over Krasnodar. Hatami with a hat-trick, Lindqvist with a goal as well. But look at the comeback they made. Right at the end, they were 3-0 down and got it back to 3-3, and I was gutted. And we just popped up right at the end, Hatami with a goal to make it 4-3. It was deserved. I mean, yeah, it's disappointing that they came back. Against PSG, we were quite competitive, took the lead. They scored quickly after that. We had a goal disallowed after that. We didn't have that many chances, but held on. And they are a very, very good side, but 2-1, that's pretty good. We're not going to play against Tottenham. Sorry, OLP, we're not going to do that. I just wanted to get to the end of the league season and see how things stood. So we are going to resign now. A little highlight of how the players have got on this season. Jakimovic was the top scorer, which is an interesting one in the league. 9 goals in the league for Jakimovic. We didn't really use him like that, and I think those goals were not with me. Maybe I should have looked at this earlier. Atami with 7, As Mikkelsen with 7. He was quite useful actually. And assists, 15 assists from the right back. He's just awesome. Average ratings, it's the right back, Nedchev, Pukinen. So the right side of the midfield were very, very strong. And interestingly, because we didn't really play Andreasen either, this Danish lad, but I mean, I suppose we had a lot of good centre backs. We could have played 3 at the back, and actually, thinking about it, that might have been a way to go because we weren't that strong on the wings. Pukinen aside, I think a pretty good season with HJK. I'm pretty pleased with how we've done, and hoping that we can now move on to another job, final job, I think, before FM21 turns up. And this will either be in Iceland, Norway, or Denmark. Those are the 3 countries left that we haven't won the top division with. So we'll be moving to one of those clubs. I hope you guys will enjoy it. We're not there yet, and it'll be interesting to see where we are going to end up. Let me know in the comments where you think that's going to be before the end of the intro. I'll be interested to see if anyone gets it right. And yeah, I want a country, and I also want you to guess a club in that country, and we'll see who gets it. Anyway, guys, I will see you very shortly for that reveal. See you on the other side. Well, hello folks, welcome to Iceland. Yes, that's it. That's where we've gone. We are at the brilliantly named club of FH, or well, I'll give them their full name because I think it's appropriate to do that, if I can find it. So here we go. Flimlikaflegak Hafnarfjardar. which is the only time I'll ever say that. We'll be calling them for FH for obvious reasons from now on. So they are an Icelandic club, and they are the club, bizarrely, the ones that I would most associate with the best club in Iceland, but I think my knowledge of this is probably quite a few years out of date. So actually, it seems there are better clubs now in Iceland. As you can see, over the last few years, they won the league maybe about 5-6 years ago, but they've had a large period of time where they've kind of been a mid-table side, which is a little bit disappointing for them. So that's where we've gone. It's pretty much the exact club I was hoping for, to be absolutely honest. It feels very much like Interturco in terms of we're not quite the top club, but we're just a little bit behind. So we'll have a little look at who we've brought in. We've played some games, and we are going to play the first game of the season today. And also we've made some transfers as well. So let's start off, and we also need to look at the squad. There is so much that needs to happen in today's episode because we're running short of time, and that's not good. So let's have a look at finances first of all, because this is a problem in itself. As you can see, we are over £500,000 in the red. Not great at all. But this is kind of seemingly the problem. They've been like this for years, and they've just not kind of got out of that. We've tried our best to make a difference, but it's been a bit tricky. We're going to look at the transfers first of all. We're going to look at the players who've come in, players who've gone out, because I think that's probably more important to think about. So in terms of players out, probably the only player you need to look at who's gone out of any relevance is this guy, Christian Hermann Erik Einarsson, who was a player who has been part of this side for a long time. He came through the youth team. He's got a headband. In fact, he looks like Becken so much. Our right back at wherever it was, Örebro and then Viking. But you can see he looks a quality player. For this level, this is a good player. 199 games. I didn't realise he hadn't quite kind of got over the line there. But this is we had an offer, and we managed to push it up to just over almost £1 million, which seemed a sensible thing to cash in on. His contract was up. He wasn't going to sign a new contract, so I thought, well, why not? We were missing in this squad, when I looked at it first of all, a bunch of places. Midfield, we were struggling in the centre, we were struggling on the right, we were struggling up top, and we were struggling at wing backs as well. So there's a lot of things that are missing. Let's have a look through the players that I brought in. This guy I didn't bring in. I don't even know where he is. He's in the under-19s. Okay, we won't look at him. So if you've been watching the save from the start, you will recognise this guy, Ingarsson. Yes, he is that Ingarsson, guy we had at Örebro. He's not done well since we were at Örebro. We had this 3 seasons at Örebro, and then he had another 3 seasons which just didn't go well. But we've got him here, and he looks like he's doing okay. I mean, you look at his attributes. He's got things in the right areas. He's a bit older. He's 32 now, so his physicals aren't quite as good. But I like the bloke. Isaac Hagman from IA on loan. I don't get why he is not seen as a little bit better than he is. You look at dribbling, finishing, first touch. To me, those 3 are fairly important for a poacher, an advanced forward, anything like that. But he's it's not necessarily seen like that. But anyway, he's come in, he's done all right. He's as you can see, scored goals. He's mainly been off the bench, but that's fine. We needed someone on the right side of midfield, so we put this Schwing in, and you can see we've loaned him in for nothing. We're not paying any money at all, not even his wages. 3.5 star player. He's not amazing, but physically he's quite good. Technically, he's not as good, but when you're not paying any money for him, and he's easily the best player that we've got, we take it. We absolutely take it. This team here they are the best team in Iceland, and they have been for a long time. So then we bought in Hilmar Gunnarsson, who this was not me. Midfield was a problem, and this is one I pushed the boat out a little bit on. Diallo, who looks to me, I think he looks awesome. 4.5-star player, 4.5-star potential, free kick taking of 16. He's already shown his ability. Look at the average rating, even at the minute. Physically, he's quite brilliant. He's only 24. He's Swedish. Good passing, good vision. I really like this guy. He can do corners. He can do everything that we need. All the free kick stuff he can do, but he's also not a bad player actually in there as well. So he's done really well since he's been in the squad. And since Einarsson has left, I needed to bring someone in. So we brought in this lad, Edvarsson, another Swede, 32-year-old Swede. I think he looks okay. He's the 3-star player. He's got a lot of things that aren't quite right, but you look at most of his attributes, they are all at least 8 or 9, rather than being fairly poor. 8 or 9 are going up to about 13, and that's fine. That's fine. I think he's going to do a decent job for us in midfield, alongside Diallo. So those are the players that we brought in, and I feel we have filled the gaps quite nicely. Not at left and right back. That's a bit of a problem still, but we have got most of those gaps filled. Looking through the team, the players that you've not seen as yet that are relevant to see. This guy, Agrimansson, who is a good Icelandic forward. He is a very good Icelandic forward. I don't understand quite how he works, because he's physically quite good, mentally okay, technically quite poor, but he has been brilliant. You look at those stats there in the cup. He's done brilliantly well. 6 goals in 7 games. That is very, very good. As you can see at the back, we've got a lot of quality. Goalkeeping wise, we've got one good goalkeeper. There are other good goalkeepers in the side, but this guy seems to be doing a reasonable job. 3-star, maybe 3.5-star in the future, but he's got everything in the right sort of place. We've got a lot of goalkeepers. You can see the squad is fairly big. At left midfield, this guy is probably the best player we've got on the left side. As you can see, he's probably not the best going forward, but he is fast, and he's got a lot of interesting attributes, which I think make him quite a quality player. But equally, we've got Son, who also is a very, very good player on that left side. We've got 2 very good players. Probably the best players in the club, in some level, are on the left side, and we really are struggling on the right side. In defence, probably the player to note is this guy, who looks absolutely brilliant. 3.5-star, he's pushing to 4.5-star. He's got everything where he needs it. He's fast. He has got a good jumping reach. Not so good at heading, but that's not such a problem, is it? Good marking, good tackling. I'm pretty happy with that. And then we've got a good amount of backup at left and right back. They're not amazing, but they do the job. So that's the team that we're going with. This is the formation that we're sort of going with, sort of 4-4-2, slightly asymmetric. It's not too terrible. We might see if we can make a change there. Yeah, we've got a few injuries out at the minute. As you can see, Son's not quite fit, so we'll go. That's why we are going with this. So let's play our first. Let's have a look at what we've done. We've played. So in Iceland, they have the League Cup beforehand. As you can see in this group, we won 5 out of 5. Now that's not trivial, because both IA and Fylurkur are each top division clubs, and we beat them all, which is kind of nice. We then played we then played this team. I don't know what that letter is. It's a letter which goes up and down. It's it's like a D that's kind of lost all will to live. I don't know, but we won that game. They're a first division side, so you'd expect us to win that. And then we played this, probably the best team in the whole of Iceland, and we gave them a good game. The right-sided midfielder that we have got loaned in is from them, so we weren't able to play them. So it wasn't quite the team that we want to have out, but it was a decent performance anyway. So. Yeah, so we're coming here in. I'm not going through all of the goals and everything because I think it's just going to take too much time. And we're going to play here now against HK, who are I don't know what HK stands for. It's going to be something incredibly long and incredibly difficult to pronounce. I think it's probably a helicopter landing pad, but I might be wrong about that. And we're going to play HK and we'll see what we can do. I think HK, let's just have a little look where they're predicted to finish in. This is probably a bad idea because they're not a bad side. They're predicted to finish maybe sort of 3 or 4 places below us. We're predicted to finish 4th. Let's see how we do. I don't know. The big difference here is we got Edvarsen in rather than probably the best player we had. But the difference is I'm not entirely sure that that player we were able to play him as well as we could do. He was better as an advanced midfielder, so someone in that number 10 role. We weren't playing him in that. I don't think he was being played in that before, so actually, were we getting the best out of him? I don't know. Right then, here we go. So as we can see, HK are lining up with 1 up top, and it's interesting. The majority of teams we've played so far have been kind of 4-4-2, but this is definitely not that. So we'll see how we do against this side. I've been impressed with how we've played in the league. Obviously, we've won. I didn't go through the results, but we did win one game 6-0. We were 3-0 up against one of the better sides in the Premier League. We ended up beating them 3-2 away from home, which was fairly impressive. But yeah, I don't know. It's been good. It's been much better than I expected. But are we going to translate that to decent performances in the league? The cup is not always results in the cup are not always what you expect to happen. But we've cleared that. It looks like we're in the white there, not in the white, and it's gone in the back of the net. Oh, bums. Well, long range shot. Falsch with the long range shot. First thing they've done all game, and it's in the back of the net. And that, well, it's typical. Come on, boys. Played it long. Gaup into. I don't know what that bloke was doing, but we've managed to get the ball back. Argamissen, I really struggle with his name. And Varsen, the new boy, Diallo. So we've completely changed our central 2 midfielders. Ingemarsen, and he's scooped it over the bar. Unfortunate, but that's what's happened. They've had 1 shot and scored with that. We have not yet, but it's early days yet. We can get back into this. I'm confident we can get back into this. Yet to lose a game in anger. And here we go, another opportunity. Diallo missed a set piece. He plays it in. It's in. There is it. Argimissen. It's going to take a few reads of that to actually say out loud, but it's 1-0. He scored a few goals for us. The more goals he scores, the easier his name is to say. That's what I'll tell him. But we're 1-1 at the minute, and HK, and it's another opportunity. Diallo pumps it in. It's in. It's Alisauskis. It wasn't count. The centre back, is he offside? I don't know. Oh, come on, that was nothing. I don't know. Shame, because we've we've started well. We've started really well. Yeah, I mean it's interesting. I mean this is one of the clubs that I was really hoping to get to. Not this club, but this division I was hoping to get to, and it's nice to be able to do that. I thought we were going to start here, to be perfectly honest, but it didn't work out like that. So throw in Jonsson into Skiving. Jonsson's got it back. It's a mistake from the defender. That's terrible. Hagman absolutely smashes it in, and he is. I mean, he looks. He was. You know, when I signed him, I got loads of abuse from every angle that he couldn't score a goal. But you know, there he is, scoring a goal. I mean, admittedly, defensively that was awful, but I don't care. I don't care. I don't control their defence. So we're 2-1 up, and it's the battle of the teams with 2 letters in their names. There's a lot of this in this division, mainly because they all have so many more letters than 2 letters in their names. So you can see here, we can see that Bredebrick or Blick or whatever the hell they're called, they're still 0-0. Not so good a start. But outside of that, some of the other better sides, Stjarnan are winning, Keflavík are winning, and IA are supposed to be, even though we were promoted this year, they're supposed to be a team to watch out for. So let's see. It's been a good opening few moments. I think the first half's been pretty good. Ingarsson into Diallo into Skiving. He's going to play the ball in. No, he doesn't. He plays it back to Diallo. Oh, nice switch of the play. Jonsson back to Skiving. Oh, it's over the top. I thought that was going in. It was a nice play. We've done really, really well. Ingarsson is actually playing on the left side. I forgot about that. I think there's going to be I mean, we've done really well in the cup, but obviously we're just going to have to grind it out, aren't we? Show some passion. That's what we'll do. And looking at the squad, they look fairly fit. Obviously, you look on the other side, Ababio is having a crappy game. We have no reason really to take anybody off. You can see Bredebrick have just taken the lead, and they're 2-0 up already. It's a quick change around. Well, I don't know quite what to do here. I mean, you look, we've got a lot of shots on target. Possession's fairly good. We're going to make a change at this point. I don't really know who to bring on. We'll bring on Sune. Yeah, so just make it very much a 4-4-2. He's got enough for a few minutes in a game, but he's not fully fit to start. But goals from the front too, that's pretty good. I'm pretty happy with this, to be fair. If we can hold out with a 2-1 win over HK, I am going to be happy with that. Let's not count our chickens, or let the chickens count us. As you can see, we've got, they've got an opportunity here. It's 23-50 if they score right at the end. But no, we get it. Hagman, he's running through. He's got through completely. It's 2-0, 3-1. I don't know what the score is. I don't care. We are leading. Wow, what a performance from the boys in this first game of the season. It's 3-1. What a great victory. I mean, we've had a lot in this game, and I apologise. It's going to be long. It's going to be torturous getting all the way through this, but we have won this 3-1. Let me know in the comments, what do you reckon we can do here? Are we good enough to hold off the other teams that might be involved in this, the likes of Breidablik and other such teams? Are we going to be able to hold them off? Can we win this first time around? We'll be giving it a damn good go, but it's going to be hard. Very, very hard. And we haven't won it for ages. Oh, wow. If you've enjoyed this, hit that like button. Please subscribe if you are new, and I will see you next time as we come back, probably somewhere around here. Maybe the away game. It's a horrible away month in June, but we might play this game against Falkir, who are one of the best sides in the league, so we'll see what we can do against them. Oh, I'll see you then. See you then. Goodbye.